Quickly, guys, I forgot to say this before, or I forgot to say this in the video. I will be going live on Sunday. That is draft lottery day. If you didn't know, I will be live like an hour or 30 minutes before the lottery starts. And of course, I'll be doing my live reaction to the draft lottery. So just wanted to announce that you probably won't see another video from me until Sunday, obviously, which will be a live stream. And then we'll be doing draft lottery rebuilds throughout the week, and then teams as they get eliminated as well as we complete the off-season rebuild series. So just wanted to quickly say that. So if you do have time to come hang out with me Sunday while we live react to the draft lottery, make sure you come out. Other than that, hope you enjoy the video. What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So yesterday, as you guys know, we did a trading Jimmy Butler Miami Heat rebuild. Well, this is the other side of things with the Philadelphia 76ers acquiring Jimmy Butler. Now, just in case it wasn't clear yesterday, I'm not saying that Jimmy Butler is 100% getting traded to the Philadelphia 76ers. This is just simply for entertainment purposes. So let's just go ahead, jump in, and let's do a Jimmy Butler Philadelphia 76ers rebuild. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're already new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're literally doing the exact same trade we did in yesterday's video, and this is the second 76er rebuild we've done this week. So 76ers fans, I'm spoiling you all this week if you watch my videos, that is. But Jimmy Butler, of course, like I said, I don't know if Miami is going to end up trading him. There is potentially a tipping point between Miami and Jimmy because of the contract thing. Maybe Philadelphia is willing to give him a contract, which he's fine with reuniting with Embiid. Embiid and him are close. Probably should have never have gone away from each other to begin with. We're going to go ahead and make this happen. Is this the best trade package in the world? Absolutely not. This is like the maximum that Philadelphia could offer. I know what you're thinking. Tobias Harris in a trade sounds kind of weird. I do believe Tobias Harris in a sign and trade, him making like $15 million would be beneficial to Miami if they were losing Jimmy Butler. But yeah, I know the last taste we got of Tobias Harris was atrocious, and you know, he won't be making $39 million this time. But we're going to go ahead and make this happen. So we're going to make that trade happen. Now we can turn off trade override, and now we have ourselves a big three in Philadelphia. So, like I said, a lot of things would have to align for this to even end up happening. Of course, you'd have to have Miami and Jimmy Butler like disagreeing with things, and you know, Jimmy Butler wanting out or whatever. Philadelphia probably wouldn't be able to acquire Paul George, so they turn their attention to Jimmy Butler, and they think getting Butler with Embiid would be worth it, plus Maxey. So yeah, a lot of things would have to go right for this in order to happen, but it does. So we're going to move Maxey to point guard. So now we have ourselves a big three of Maxey, Butler, and Embiid, which sounds awesome. We have a couple other guys, but we really have nothing outside of these three guys right here. That's literally it. So we definitely have to fill out the roster as best as we can. As much as, wow, it looks like we're going to be in a little bit of a tough spot filling out this roster. We're going to do our very best. The Buddy Hield, we probably have to 100% resign, obviously. So yeah, this won't be easy. But yesterday, in yesterday's video, the computer was able to win a championship with Philadelphia. So hopefully I can do the same thing here. So I'm going to start off with probably signing Buddy Hield. Probably going to have to resign D'Anthony Melton. So let's do that. Let's get those two guys done right away. So let's see if we can get both of them locked up. So get both of them, which is great. Probably gonna have to sign Monte Morris. Probably gonna have to sign Josh. I feel like I, sign Josh Richardson and Monte Morris all the time. But like, you really can't go wrong with getting them because we need we need bench pieces, and they're as bad. Oh, Matu wouldn't be too bad either. Probably gonna sign Matu as 27, so we'll go ahead and give him a contract maybe over Richardson. So we can't get Matu after we sign Monte Morris. So we have G League guy and then Gallinari. And then outside of that, this is about to be very, very bad. So yeah, we got Maxey, Monte Morris. We have our guard depth settled, which is good. But yeah, we don't have a starting power forward at the moment. So we're in a tough spot. So, going for Jimmy Butler isn't going to be the easiest thing in the world for Philadelphia. But I think it could have worked out, but I don't know. For some reason, 2K does not give us the money to work with here. But I think in real life, Philadelphia would have a lot more money to work with. It's just because of how much cap space they have, but I guess I don't know the exact number. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. So, I guess we go to day 12 of free agency and see what we can afford, because that's our best bet. So we're going to need a starting power forward, which isn't going to be easy to find, of course, but we'll do our best. So starting power forward in free agency on the last day. Can we cook here? Let's see. So Royce O'Neal probably would be our best bet at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and offer him it. He says no. Damn, that would have been really good. Dario Saric, Hamdi Diallo, Robert Covington. Probably going to be one of our best bets as well. So we're going to go Covington. We can still get Richardson probably, which probably isn't the worst thing in the world to try. Because do we have a backup small forward? Not really. We have Kevin McCullough. But yeah, I do believe we're bringing Richardson back to Philadelphia as well, if I can get him on a minimum. So I'm going to sign him to that. Christian Wood, if I can get him as our backup 5, I guess I would go with that. It's not my ideal choice, but we really can't be, you know, ooh, Derek Jones Jr. to be good on the minimum as well. I don't know if I'll be able to get him, though. So let's see if we can try this. So let's see if Jones will sign a minimum, and then we'll try for Wood as well. We will be penny pinching, of course, like I said, these last days of free agency. But this is where we're at now that we're, you know, paying all these guys. So Derek Jones looks like he's not going to accept this. He does not. So we're going to try Christian Wood, and if we can't get those guys, we'll try someone else. So Christian Wood, let's see. So we're going to get maybe Christian Wood to sign. Let's see. Yes, I think he will accept that. That's huge. So getting Wood would be awesome. Not the ideal backup center defensively, obviously, but, you know, we really don't have a choice. I think we kind of have to go that route. Marshall would be pretty good as well if we could get him. I'm not going to lie. So we could actually, we might be able to cook a little bit here. Can I get Marshall as well on the last day of free agency? That'd actually be pretty huge if we can. So let's see if we can get all this to work out. So this is like obviously similar to what Phoenix had to do once. Yeah, we're not going to be able to get Marshall. That'd have been awesome if we could have. But yeah, you have to sign pretty much everybody else to minimum contracts because we don't have the money to work with. Like I said, I do believe Philadelphia would have a little bit more wiggle room. But for some reason, I'm not getting that benefit here in 2K. Maybe 2K's right, and the Philadelphia wouldn't have enough wiggle room. Okay. Kenyon Martin Jr. Was just here. I would be awesome if we could get him back, but I don't know if it's going to allow me. He's asking for $5 million. Mo Bamba probably wouldn't be too bad to try to bring back either, so we're going to see if we can get him to come back as well. Let's see if we get if we can get Mo Bamba to come back, then we might move Wood to the 4, which yeah. So let's see if we can get Mo Bamba to sign. So minimum, and he is going to consider. Okay, so hopefully we get those guys. We got Covington, Richardson, Christian Wood, Mo Bamba in the last days of free agency. Not too bad. Obviously, it could be a lot worse. We got Ricky Council and Trey Quavian Smith coming back. Buddy Hield regresses. Not too surprising here. But we got Maxey, Butler, and Embiid, all three. You know, you got Butler and Embiid going down, of course. But I think we filled out a decent enough roster that can get it done. Covington right now is our starting power forward at the moment, and he has regressed, which isn't great. Christian Wood is probably going to have to move to the backup 4. And then I'm going to move Richardson to backup 3 because he goes up like crazy there. So that's probably going to be our cheat code there. So Wood, you're probably going to place him backup 4, which, by the way, I'm also recording this literally on in halftime of Dallas and Oklahoma City. So, yeah, we're, you know, that's where we're at there. But Christian Wood up to 76. And this will be our rotation. So let's go look at it. Going to be very interesting to see how this looks. You know, I definitely think this still could be a high caliber playoff team. We're obviously going to be very top heavy, but we're trying to make it work. So we'll see how it goes. If there is a opportunity to stop at the deadline and trying to make some type of acquisition, we'll try. But it's not like our assets are out of this world anymore after we just traded for Jimmy Butler. But here is your rotation. So 4-star grit and grind. Can we be? Did I see 4.5 or am I tripping? I think I'm tripping. Okay. So we'll leave it at grit and grind. Why not? And then here is what it was going to look like. So it's Maxey, Melton, Butler, Christian Wood as a starting power forward, which is kind of gross, but we don't really have better options, so I guess that's works for now. Embiid, Richardson, Buddy Hield, Monte Morris, and then Mo Bamba is our backup 5. So that will be our rotation going into year number 1. We'll see how this goes. Obviously, we hope Jimmy Butler, Embiid, Maxey just carry it. Butler, I guess we could, move up his shot intensity just a little bit. Maxey, same thing. We'll go 90. Butler will go like 85. So we'll do something like that. Everyone else, of course, shot tendencies being low, I think is totally fine. But something like this season, we're going to see how this goes, and hopefully this team ends up being good because we obviously just traded for Jimmy Butler, and we want to be a championship contender. Today's video is brought to you by DGF's Optimizer. If you're playing on apps such as PrizePicks, Underdog, or any other DFS app, having a tool like this is so clutch to finding good plays in front of you without having to do any research whatsoever. So, not a ton of basketball examples on the board at the moment, but we do have a couple of esports examples. So, yeah, I know you're probably on the esports. Let's even find a basketball play, for example. So Neesmith right now. So actually, both Neesmith and Nembhard both favored to get a steal in this game. And you might be wondering, why would we take them to go get a steal? Well, as you can see, every single book is heavily favoring the over of those two guys, which is why I would be willing to plug in Neesmith to get a steal and Andrew Nembhard to get a steal as well, because every single book is giving the data point that tells me, hey, these guys are more likely to go over than they are to go under. And mathematically long term, that's a better play to plug and play, which is why I absolutely love this tool. Ever since I started using the tool, been a much profitable sports bettor. My results are as shown. Make sure you use code Crushables, 25% off your first month. Obviously, during the NBA season, this is a lot better, but since we are down the nitty-gritty of not so many games, you also have Josh Hart over 12.5 rebounds, and we know how Josh Hart is. He plays 48 minutes a game, and OG is going to miss game 3 now. So, yeah, I think that'd be pretty safe to say that Josh Hart probably collects 12.5 rebounds with the way that guy plays. But yeah, use code Crushables, 25% off your first month. And of course, you use it on apps such as Prize Picks, which is a really good time to sign for Prize Picks right now because they actually have a free square on Caitlin Clark over half a point. Of course, she's going to score a point in her WNBA debut. All she got to do is splash 1-3. It's that simple. So make sure you check out Prize Picks. Use code Crushables. They match first deposit dollar for dollar up to $100. But how Prize Picks works is you choose between 2 to 6 players. 2 players mean 3 times your entry. All the way up to 6 players mean 25 times your entry. Not only do they have NBA, they have NHL, esports, all kinds of options on here. So the possibilities are absolutely endless. Make sure to check those out. Links are in the description below. Let's get back to the rebuild. So we are starting the trade deadline as we are 33-18 on the season. And of course, we don't have a lot of wiggle room here. It's not like we have a ton of salaries to go ahead and trade away. I guess we could work with Melton and Buddy Hield's salary. But of course, what we really need to upgrade the most is our power forward spot. Very lackluster. Christian Wood is fine and all, but I don't really like him ideally as a starting power forward in a playoff setting. So what I want to try to do is to upgrade the power forward spot. If that means sacrificing Buddy Hield's salary or Melton's salary, I think we have to consider it, unfortunately. So Buddy Hield is putting up good numbers with 12 points per game. Melton, 8 points. But I know Buddy Hield is probably going to regress more than Melton would. And Buddy Hield's just making a little bit more money. So if I can find a way to throw like Antonio Reeves, Buddy Hield, and a second round pick or something in this trade finder and get like a guard and a power forward somehow. Like, for example, Georges Niang, Sam Merrill. Not really my ideal choice for Georges Niang to be my starting power forward, but that's kind of what we're looking for. Jalen Smith, I wouldn't mind like moving around a little bit. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to try to do is find that perfect trade partner to where we can maybe walk away with a guard that, like Oklahoma City, for instance. I wouldn't hate doing it something like this where we get Isaiah Joe back in return. Instead of Lindy Waters, though, I don't know if they'd do this, but can I get Aaron Wiggins somehow? So Buddy Hield, Antonio Reeves, a second for Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins. Something like this would be perfect. So obviously we can mortgage, we all know Sam Presti loves his draft picks. And Oklahoma City is not going to be able to keep everybody under contract forever. So I don't know. This trade probably doesn't feel the most realistic at all, but I'm desperate to try to get a better power forward in the building. They want to trade Quavion Smith. They'll give me Lindy Waters. I'm going to do it. Like I said, this trade, oh man, it does not feel realistic at all. It just feels weird to think the Thunder would trade Isaiah Joe and Aaron Wiggins, but I don't know, man. I guess they're getting a good shooter in Buddy Hield, but I mean, Isaiah Joe's a lot younger. This trade is perfect for us. We really need it like water. I'm going to do it. I know that trade sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. That trade is not realistic at all, but we needed a better power forward in the worst way possible. Now, Christian Wood, they still do want to start, which I find somewhat surprising, but I am going to throw Aaron Wiggins in the fire. Aaron Wiggins is someone that a lot of people are high on. Of course, he's buried in the Thunder's rotation. Not really buried. He does play minutes, don't get me wrong, but yeah, I kind of like the idea of letting him start at the power forward here and see how it goes. Isaiah Joe's our new starter here as well. We're going to go ahead somewhat to the end of the season now that we got a brand new power forward and guard and see how the rest of the year goes. So there is one little problem with this video, and I'll say it right up top. I do feel like if we don't get the championship right now, we're not going to win one in this video because Oklahoma City, of course, is only going to get better, and Philadelphia, we're only going to get older. So yeah, and obviously our options to build this team up, better to what it is or better from what it is right now is very limited. Not a lot of options here, so we really have to hope that this is the year. We did really good this season. Like I said, yesterday's video, Philadelphia won in the very first season, so I'm kind of hoping I can see that success as well. I think we've done a decent enough job of throwing a roster together that can get it done. We are going to shrink the bench utilization down quite a bit, but let's go ahead and see if we can get a championship in year one. They still do want to start Christian Wood. I don't know why, but whatever. I guess if that's what makes sense for us, we'll do it. Even though I disagree with that. Detroit has DeRozan, Cade, Jaden Ivey-Asar, and here's our rotation. So we'll see how this goes. Somebody come around against Detroit in round one. Please don't get bounced in round one. That would be the worst way for this video to start. 3-2, and we are going to beat them in 6. Okay, so Detroit gave us some problems. We do beat them, and now we get the Cleveland Cavaliers, who just won game 2 tonight over Boston. Boston seems like prone to lose at home at least one game. They did it to Miami. But yeah, it would be kind of wild if somehow, like, I know it's like overreacting, but it would be kind of crazy if Cleveland somehow upset Boston in round 2. But yeah, that's, we're probably talking way too ahead of ourselves. But let's go ahead. Let's see if we can beat Cleveland in round 2. And we are up 2-1. So that's a good sign. 3-1. Can we beat them in 5? If we go to a game 7, I'm nervous for it. But we are going to a game 7. Let's go. Okay. So we're either going to get Brooklyn or Boston. It'd be kind of interesting to play Brooklyn. Who'd they get? They got... Bro, give me Ben Simmons. Please, give me Ben Simmons. The Thunder are up 3 right now with 8 minutes and 50 seconds left. I have the game on, by the way, but not that it matters. But let's go ahead and see who we're playing. I kind of hope we play Brooklyn. I think it'd be funny to play Ben Simmons, and it is Brooklyn. So I don't know how Brooklyn's gotten this far. I guess Cam Thomas is probably balling out. Yeah, 26 points per game. Mikel's averaging 22. Johnson, 13. Schroeder's he balling out too? 12. Simmons, what you doing off the bench? 9 points. Okay. They have John Wall. I mean, I don't think we should lose to this team, but they've made it this far, and we're up 3-1. So we are going to beat them in 5. Okay, so we've made it to the finals in the first season, which is a great sign. Dallas and Oklahoma City, funny enough, of course, they're playing each other right now as I'm recording this. But let's see who wins it. So we got a game 7. I don't know who I'd rather play. Obviously, Luke is annoying to play in 2K, and so are the Oklahoma City Thunder as a collective. They keep getting OG Anunoby. I cannot wait till OG is just locked up with the Knicks. I mean, he's gonna sign with the Knicks. He's not leaving. So, but whatever. We get the Thunder, of course. Why would we not get the Thunder? All right, so this is probably our best chance to beat them. I'm sure their draft picks are only about to make them better. We did make a trade with them at the deadline, so it's going to be interesting. If we win a championship with Christian Woods, our starting power forward, I'm going to be questioning a lot of things. We're up 1-0. Up 16 points. 42, 21, 34, and 5. We got to get it here, man. 2-0. So far, so good. Please go up 3-1. Okay. We get it here. I feel good. Wow, we got it here. Okay. That's great. I don't think we're winning it again in this video, so I'm glad we got out of the way now. I beat the Thunder in 5. I will take it. So it looks like a Maxey, Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid big trio is at least loved by 2K, and at least in the very first season. But, you know, we'll try for the 3P. I highly doubt it happens, but we will try. LeBron James going to retire a Laker this time around. But, hey, we got the ring in year 1. That's truly what matters. We got Embiid to the finals, and we did it. So that's really what all I cared about, to be honest. Bulls via Portland, Rockets via Washington, Thunder via Utah. All those picks needs to be... Oh, Toronto's pick is fine. Nets pick it's fine, and so is the Clippers pick. So it's really only... I think it's the top, those 3 picks you see up top that need to be fixed. Portland keeps their pick. Rockets or Washington keeps their pick, and Oklahoma City or Utah keeps their pick as well, I believe. So, yeah. So got to fix those, unfortunately. Again, I complain about it every time, but I'm not even going to complain about it. You guys already know what I was about to say. So let's go ahead and fix those picks, and then we'll see if we can have an MLE or something, because obviously I want to try and make the bench better if I can. We won a championship with Christian Woods, our starting power forward, for crying out loud. But hey, I guess it worked. PJ Washington is absolutely balling out tonight, bro. I think he's at like 6 threes right now, or 7, something like that. But we don't have a draft pick, obviously, here. We got player options to figure out. So Jimmy Butler actually declines. I didn't realize we'd have to resign Jimmy this offseason, so we'll get to that. Ricky Council's a free agent. Up to a 75 overall. May not be a bad guy to bring back. So I am going to resign Aaron Wiggins and Jimmy, of course. So we're going to, resign Jimmy. And he is going to sign. So we're going to get Aaron Wiggins and Jimmy Butler back, which is huge. So I'll absolutely take that. And then we do have money to sign at least one good MLE player, which is good because we needed that. So Melton, Isaiah Joe, Kevin McCullough, and then... So I guess it would be beneficial to have a better backup center, to be honest with you. But do I like any of the options here? So Kevon Looney on the low actually is good enough for me, I think. So I'm actually going to focus somewhere else. Isaac, Dante Exum, Quentin Grimes as a back. Well, I don't know. I don't really know if I need Quentin Grimes. I need a backup forward. Maybe a starting power forward. Jonathan Isaac, I guess, technically, in theory, probably our best option here. I think I got him in... Did I get him in the Philly video? I just got him recently, but when he's here, I feel like I got to sign him. So I'm going to sign Isaac back, and then I think that's all we got going for us. Kevin McCullough, I guess, will be our guy. We don't have a backup 5, which is kind of not a good thing. So let's go to day 12 and see if we get our backup center in day 12. Maybe we bring back Christian Wood. I don't know, man. So yeah, it would have been... Oh, wait, I was thinking about Looney. Is he still here? I forgot about Looney. I was like, I had a plan there, didn't I? So yeah, he'll sign a minimum, which is great. Definitely need that, like we need water. So I'm going to sign... I don't know why I keep saying that today. But yeah, we're going to get Kevon Looney. So Ricky Council, backup qualifying offer. But yeah, I think getting Isaac is huge. He'll be our new starting power forward. I do like Wiggins, but I think having to upgrade there is huge. And Kevin McCullough is up, which is great. So basically running it back. We didn't do a whole lot. Our assets are limited. We got the championship out of the way, which I'm fine with. At this point, we're just going to see if we can go back to back. Highly doubt it. I think we're going to continue to get worse as the video progresses because of how old we are. But I will hope and pray that we get a second one. So rotationally, Maxey, Melton, Butler, Isaac, Joel Embiid, Monte Morris, Wiggins, Isaiah Joe, and Kevon Looney. Not too shabby. I will see you guys at the end of year 2. More than likely, not stopping at the deadline this time around. So to my surprise, this was another really good season at 61-21. I will absolutely take that. Are we going to get the 2P? I guess it remains to be seen. But I'm happy with how the season went. 61-21. It looks like the big 3 is still clicking on all cylinders. He had 26 from Embiid, 25 from Maxey, and 24 from Butler. 10.5 from Isaac. Isaiah Joe with 9, Monty Morris with 8, D'Anthony Melton with 8, and Aaron Wiggins with 8 as well. So here goes nothing. We're going to go ahead and go into round 1 and see who we get to play. It is going to be Brooklyn once again. So we beat them last year. They did add Jalen Green. They could have had Jalen Green, I guess, apparently at the deadline with all their draft picks back. I don't know how true that really is. But let's go ahead. Somebody current round against Brooklyn, and here it comes. Yep, as I expected. So kind of had a feeling we weren't going to go back-to-back. 2K is weird like that. So we got eliminated in 7 to Brooklyn. So Jalen Green beat us, I guess. That kind of is annoying. Battle of New York in round 2. And Orlando and Oklahoma City is your finals. And the Magic of all teams went all the way to win the final. Shout out to Orlando. All right. Dude, I don't even want to think about the Magic rebuild I did this week. If you saw the video, you know what I'm talking about. You know why I don't want to even think about that video. But San Antonio Spurs via Chicago. Shout out to them for that. So I think we're just going to go one more season simply here. So I am going to hire Nick Nurse back, and then I guess let's get an assistant. And then let's try to do something crazy to end it off. I don't know if that really is going to be on the table. I don't know what crazy is. I guess the position I'd be looking at the most is the shooting guard spot. Can we upgrade the 2 spot? That's kind of what I'm trying to see if we can do. We don't have a draft pick, obviously. Actually, we do. 29, and we have access to our 2030 pick, technically. So, let's see if I can make a trade. So Melton's not under contract anymore. That kind of sucks. I would have used his salary. We have Wiggins and Isaiah Joe's salary and Isaac's salary. So I don't know if it's really on the table to do anything. So maybe we'll just go see what, wait, oh, I meant to draft. I'm stupid. We got dude, there's no way it's a real player, right? Did I not load a draft class? I swear I did. Huh, I guess I didn't. Whatever. All right, no big deal. Player options, Joel Embiid declines, interesting enough. Ricky Council, Kevin McCullough are both free agents. Definitely guys I have interest in bringing back. I thought for sure I loaded a 2026 draft class, but I guess I didn't. Jimmy Butler. Joel Embiid, we're going to sign him to a deal, and then we are going to re-sign Melton as well. So let's re-sign those guys. It says we have cap space, but obviously after we sign, Embiid, it's not going to happen anymore. All right, so what do we have access to? We can get Bruce Brown, which wouldn't be too bad. Bruce Brown could play some backup 3 for us. So I am going to go Bruce Brown. Let's get Bruce Brown on this team. I think that'd be a huge get. So we're going to sign him. We can bring back Monte Morris. I guess we got to do that as well. Maybe we make the move at the deadline because we're going to have to wait after we just sign Monte Morris. We could use his salary at the deadline maybe. We can get Edmund Sumner back. Or not back, but we can get him. And then I definitely need Looney back. So we're going to go try to get him back as well because we need a backup 5. And he's fairly cheap, as you guys know. So let's see if I didn't mean to give him a 2-year, but he signs it anyway. Boom. All right. So I guess we can go actually, we don't even have to go to the deadline. What we can do is potentially go to the last day of free agency, or let's go to 2K Hoop Summit, and let's see if we can make a trade. Dallas is up 6 right now in the 3rd quarter. I really hope Dallas evens this series, man. I want to see a 7-game series with these 2 teams, but we'll see what happens. But let's go make a trade for potentially a better shooting guard if I can make it happen. You know what I'm going to try to get? I'm going to try to see if I get Lonzo Ball on this team. I mean, he'd be probably a pretty good fit on this roster. I think I can make the money work. So if I included Melton, he's only making $14 million. If I included Melton, and again, we don't even know what Lonzo Ball is going to be like in the future. Is he going to play basketball again? I assume he will. We're going to include Kevin McCullough and Mr. Ramiro, who we got in the draft. So I think they're going to accept this. This gives us a huge upgrade to 2 spot. I don't get Lonzo ever because obviously the injury thing. But hey, if he ever does become healthy and he's playing for $14 million in Chicago and Chicago's willing to move him because they suck or whatever, I'm doing that trade 9 times out of 10. So I'm going to get Lonzo Ball. Alonzo Maxey backcourt is interesting, to say the least. Obviously, Lonzo can handle the ball. He's not going to be like a particular just like shooting guard and that's it. He will definitely be handling the ball and playing defense. I actually think he's a really good fit. So I'm going to be moving Bruce Brown to the 3, as I said earlier. So we Maxey, Monte Morris, Lonzo Ball, Isaiah Joe, Jimmy Butler, Bruce Brown, Jonathan Isaac, Wiggins, and Embiid and Kevon Looney. So final season here, no matter what. We've already gotten the championship out of the way. We bring in Lonzo, who's a fantastic fit in our scheme as well, which is amazing. So yeah, I love that trade for Lonzo. Do we go out here and win the championship? That remains to be seen. I'm excited to see what we can do this year, and hopefully we can go accomplish that. We were able to get the first seed last year. We got bounced in round 1. Hopefully we get that disgusting taste out of our mouth and go on a deep run here again. So Shea wins MVP, Covington Rookie of the Year, Hugo Gonzalez Rookie of the Year, or 6-man, sorry. Defensive player goes to Wemby. Nicola is your most approved. Dylan Harper, clutch player, and Steve Clifford's your coach of the year, and Nicholas Babcock is your executive of the year. So Shea, Halliburton, Luka, John Morant, Giannis. Here's your NBA second team. Butler, Embiid. Why do I keep reading their names wrong? I don't know. But here's y'all defense first team and all defensive second team. So we are this time the second seed in the Eastern Conference. So let's go see how the player stats went. So we had 27 from Maxey, 24 from Embiid, 22 from Butler, 10 from Isaac, 9 and 7 from Lonzo, 8 from Bruce Brown, 8 from Joe, 7 from Wiggins, and 4 from Monte Morris. So I am going to go ahead and shrink this down to an 8-man rotation. Play our 8 best players in the playoffs, Tom Thibodeau style. Maybe I'll make it 7 if that's Tom Thibodeau style. Now, we are playing the team that just won a championship last year, and I see they did add Scotty Barnes to this roster. Bro, I'm going to be honest with you. Scotty Barnes is probably the worst player that the Magic could possibly get. That would be such an atrocious fit. Barnes, Franz Wagner, Paul Banchero, like they're all 3 great players, but all 3 of them on the same team would be just not good. It's just, the fit would not be there. But regardless, someone in current round against Orlando. Like I said, this team just won a championship last year in the East, or not in the East, the whole NBA, for crying out loud. So we definitely have work cut out for us here in round 1. Kind of sucks we drew them very early. So let's see if we can win game 5. We've been very close. Now, do we take it at the end? We do. So 108 to 123. Do we get out in 6, or do we got a game 7 on our hands? We do get a game 7. So game 7 in Philadelphia once again. So let's see if we could take advantage of this one, or we're going home in round 1. Again, no matter what, I already got the ring, so I'll be happy either way. I can't be too mad today, but I would love to try to go for another one here, but it's not looking good for us. The Orlando Magic are starting to run with it. So after getting the ring in year 1, we might not be making it back out of the round 1. I told you guys, bro. I told you how important it was that we got that championship in year 1, because I knew 2K would not like us the rest of the year. So, like, I just knew that would be the case. So, all right, so I'm actually going to cut out that gameplay. I think I need to stop playing the game. It's not there for me, man. It's not there. It's never going to be there. I think I've cooked a couple times when I've jumped in, but for some reason, I haven't been good lately. And I probably should just learn from that. So, yeah, you probably won't see the gameplay because it was atrocious. But, hey, we get eliminated in round 1, back-to-back years. We got the championship in year 1. So, as I mentioned already, I had a feeling if we didn't get it year 1, we weren't getting it in this video. So, I'm very grateful that we got it in year 1. So, I think I forgot to say it, but I'll probably end up recording an intro to, like, I'll probably end up recording something to put over the intro before. But I am, just a reminder, I will be going live on Sunday, probably an hour or 30 minutes before the lottery starts, to do a live reaction to the draft lottery. It's kind of weird that it's like come up so quick, man. It's gonna be on Sunday at 2 o'clock. Kind of weird, bizarre, but I will be live for that. So make sure you come hang out with me Sunday, very early in the day. I know that is also Mother's Day, so totally understandable if you got other plans. But yeah, I will be live on the lottery. And I've just been watching this OKC Dallas game as we got 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Let's see what happens here. Can Luka Doncic cook at the end of this? He's going to get a screen from Hardaway. You got a double team with Wallace and Jalen Williams. Look at him. Hardaway shot at the buzzer. Does not go in. We got a 10-point game going into the fourth quarter. So I'm going to predict that the Mavericks win game 2 here based off how the third quarter went. Let me know if I was right. I'm going to end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.